Almighty cures him. But this could happen to any one of us. Today, we are fit to work, to walk, and to talk. We could praise Allah. But could you just imagine you wake up the next morning? You feel a bit ill. You go to the doctors refer you to the hospital. And all of a sudden, the hospital says,
Yeah, a bit coffee
that
this
you've
morning.
got cancer. And you've only got.
But I went to the hospital with Jack the other weekend, didn't I?
I swear by Allah, there are
So
people
I probably
out there
picked
who
up
just
something
wish
disgusting in the
they
hospital.
have your lifestyle. That they could walk,
Not
they
bothered
could
about it.
speak,
The body's a wonderful thing
they
that God
could
created,
worship
isn't it?
Allah, and some
Until it gets tainted with vaccines.
living in the
So I haven't
poor
had none, so I'll
countries,
be safe, won't I?
what
Because
runs
I
through
trust
their
in
mind
my Creator.
is if only we had a life like yours. Before Allah Azza wa Jalla takes every single thing away from you, return to the King of the world, Master of the universe, Allah Azza wa Jalla, the Mighty. Justice will not be done by praising Allah by people like us. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.
Well, that's what I've started my day with. Just got to go and get let's put down there while I go and get my cup of coffee. You stay there, dogs. I've got to go supermarket yet to get it. What do you think you're doing? Stay there. I'm only moving over you without trying to squash you. Stay there. Marnie, get up on the bed. Get up on the bed until I clean up in here. Move. Yes, I'm going to be changing my bedding, thank you. I don't need nagging. Cheeky bastard. Been up the shop and got bread. Get up on that bed and stop fucking nagging me now. Get up on that bed. Get up there or the girls will get up. That's it. Block the girls from getting up. Make sure they behave. And don't eat my fucking stuff in my bedroom. Now behave yourself, children. Oh, I enjoyed my sausages last night. A whole pack of them. I saved one each. Well, I saved a sausage, bit in half for Marnie and Hulkster while I was on the bed last night. Because I was frigging hungry. I got my appetite back again. The depression killed my appetite for the last week or so, so I've just been sort of getting by. Keeping myself sort of going bodily wise. Without really looking after myself, because my priority was keeping an eye on my healing son, because I'm a bit of a selfish bastard like that and being lazy, ain't I? So that's why things weren't getting done around the place, because I was quietly sitting in my room while he was quietly doing his thing, if you see my point. While there's a, you know, transference of energy going on from the healed one to the one that's healing. Because I'm being such a lazy bastard and you don't know what you're talking about, son, do you? When you're fucking getting on with gates like your mother's fucking nagging. Right. White's in now. So what we're going to do today, because when I go to the shop, I'm going to get some more washing stuff. So what we're going to do today is because it's the whites, yeah? And then we're going to start the cycle again. So it's getting a double wash. All my white socks. Oh, hang on a minute. Let's just stop that a minute. Got a white vest on, haven't I? Ah, dear. Just wait for the door lock to open. Gotta wait a minute now. So, let's we'll get on with my coffee. With my Bugs Bunny eyesight. You get used to walking around with not much lighting on, so your eyes are acclimatised to that. Bit like living in a cave, really, isn't it? You know what I mean? Your eyes would be adjusted for that light, wouldn't it? If you get my saying. Sorry about the heavy breathing, it's first thing in the morning, wake up coffee, isn't it? That'll do. I haven't done my inhalers yet. Let's give that a stir. Ah, that looks nice and strong, don't it? That'll wake me up. I'm off out on the bike today. It's fucking Sunday bus times, so 1 an hour, which means if you go out for a trip to the supermarket, you're on a 2-hour journey at least. Hour there, hour back. 1 second. Sciatic nerve issue, sorry, excuse me. Right, lock's open. Put my vest in there. I'll get a nice clean vest. Saves bleaching all the clothes, don't it, if you see what I mean. They've been on the floor and in the wardrobe, and bit by bit getting there now. I'm in the wardrobe this week, putting up the clothes rail again and clearing that out and clearing the front of it up, and then going to put the carpet down soon as well, so that's going to be a bit by bit, if you see what I mean, because I don't want to clear the whole room out to do it, so I'll just sort of roll it in that way and then move it under the bed, move all the little units out in the hallway. So I'll just be rolling it underneath the bed frame and cutting it in around. Do it that way. Be easy enough for me to do. It's only lifting one bit of bed up, isn't it? Just to roll the carpet out while you cut it in. You know what I mean? So we get that done. get all these bits cut in properly and secured and battened in on the inside of these, if you see what I mean. So I can put the shelving under there. I'm going to do the whole lot like that. So it's all boxed in and made stronger, if you see what I mean. That's probably going to end up at that end of the room. That's probably going to end up in that corner with the phone going on it and glossed, if you see what I mean. That corner thing that is half of the beehive that's left. You know what I mean? Or the former beehive. The other half's the footstool out in the garden, isn't it? My big TV. I can't use at the moment because it hasn't got an on-off button. If you've got the PlayStation attached to it though, it comes on automatically on the HDMI channel, don't it? But not with the computer in the morning. It doesn't fire the telly up. But if you turn the PlayStation on, it fires the telly up. So I can't use that on my laptop. So I'm back using my little telly again. Until I can order a new remote. Which means the PlayStation has to be used on that TV now. So that should cheer Mr. Mardy Bastard up a bit, shouldn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's it. Let me just move your leg. Don't you start gnawing on my foot. That's a good girl, Willow. Marnie, you checking the ladies out, are you? You dirty boy. Dirty boy. Look, you got your nose up our wanny now. Oh. You are a trier, aren't you? You sneaky boy. Dirty boy. You enjoy your life, Marnie. Live your best life, mate. That's what I promised you, wasn't it? Hey? Was that what I promised you? If you're a good boy and you're patient. I said I'd sort of bitch out for you, didn't I? Now you got 2 bitches in your pack. Woohoo! Happy days, eh, Marnie? He's thinking, he's fucking right there. He did fucking do that, didn't he? Right, let me lay down, because I'm waking up properly, and then I've got to go out on my bike for 3/4 of an hourish. All right, I'm not going to rush. It's just a slow ride there, slow ride back, and then I'll go on the bus and get me shopping, washing stuff tomorrow. Don't want to be wasting my day, do I? On the bus for 2 fucking hours waiting for buses in the cold. Might as well put me gun in me bag, innit? And by saying gun in me bag, I mean me pump gun, me USB chargeable pump gun, because I've got a slow puncher. Got to be word specific now, haven't we? Because of the online safety bill. Marnie, will you stop licking those life fucking giving jaws of yours, please? Hey, dirty boy. Stop showing off in front of the ladies, please. Willow, look away, that's it. Good girl. You little hussy. Young pups, eh? God, yeah, look. Yeah, I know, Marnie, that's why you're licking, isn't it? I know. I woke up this morning, had a look on Facebook. Obviously you can see what I'm focused on first thing in the morning though. Yeah. So, all good on that front. Not getting distracted by dramas and fucking stupidness. Am I? Anyway, I turned on social media before I watched the video. I told my son not to be late back if he was up to not last night. And he said about 1 o'clock. I said, well, you'll have to wake me up then, won't you? Do you know what I mean? Didn't think no more about it. I thought, well, he must be having fun. I did tell him to come back happy, so you know what I mean. Too much woman dramas and all that sort of thing. Done his head in, plus the head injury. Go and have some fun. Fucking, you know what I mean? Come back happy. Instead of giving me shit. Or go and have a wank or something. Do you know what I mean? Fuck off and calm yourself down, man. You know what I mean? Get that testosterone at you. You know, out your system. I'll be giving it the fucking rah to your fucking father, mate. You get a fucking fat lip. And fucking calm yourself down. Behave yourself. So I saw a post by a friend of mine. Yeah. It's her birthday. Yeah, it's her birthday. The post was from her daughter saying happy birthday, mum. Don't know why it's in my news feed, do you know what I mean? But it was there and I thought, oh dear. Now I know why he's out. There's a birthday party. And then my mind pinged back to the last time we had a little jealous outburst, which was doing his head in. Couldn't go round and see his friend because her daughter was round. And the mum was getting the hump. My son's mum was getting the hump because his friend's daughter was around and she's more like Jack with the attitude, mentality, outgoing sort of. That was just my first impression from meeting the young lady one day. Yeah, just a random. Oh, this is my daughter. Oh, right, okay. I thought, God, dear, you got your hands full, lady, didn't you? Not to the young lady, do you know what I mean? To the mum, I thought, God, mate, you're gonna have fucking nightmares with that one, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Especially if she's a bit like Jack, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I'm waiting for the fallout once the upset mother in the equation starts getting a jealous thing on. Knowing that there's going to be a birthday party or there has been a birthday party or whatever. You know what I mean? So you just know what's going to be coming. But I did say, come back happy, son. Go and do what you want to do. You're not obliged to anyone anymore, are you? That's what she said. Go and enjoy yourself, son. Get out of your doldrums. Be a man. If you're going to see your kids, go and see your kids. Be happy. Make your kids happy. Make yourself happy. And then come back happy and make me happy. Because you're happy. We're not interested in fucking females stamping their feet because they've fucking got a bolshy fucking week on or something. Do you know what I mean? Go and fucking enjoy yourself, son. You've had a tough fucking month, haven't you? Go and enjoy yourself. Oh, Marnie, are you enjoying yourself there, buddy? Are you? Got a nose full of new scent, have you? Yeah, Hogs is starting to feel like a little gooseberry. He wants to play like a puppy. And the two females are sort of doing a little dominance thing between themselves. Lola give Willow a look when she's being a bit too flirty with Marnie. Did you hear a bit of grumbling coming through the wall, did you? It's not the washing machine, little lady, I heard it too. So don't worry, lay down, relax. It's not a problem, lay down. There's nothing to be alert about. Marnie's not up and about, is he? So you relax, little lady. She's got a shackle line up and all, so she's picked up on some bad energy. I had an early night. I wasn't playing anything loud than that. There was no arguing coming from in here, was there? So, you know, if someone's got up in a bad mood, he's got up in a bad mood, not from anything I've done. You know what I mean? It's been a difficult week for me, as he's heard. But at least I've had the courtesy to explain what's been going on, isn't it? In case anybody's looking into the situation. So, I'm going to title this Family Video 4 and just put it up. And then if I hear any bitching, or if any future dramas this week start up, everyone will know why, won't they? Because it'll just be someone having a hissy fit after making a decision and making people miserable. Right? It'll all be because of that. Right? So don't play games with people's heads. If you make a decision, you live with the decision. Other people have got to live their lives after that. And both parents are supporting their son. So that should put a stop to any negative stuff that may occur this week before it actually happens, if you see what I mean. And if it does happen, then we'll know why, won't we? And then the elders in the family can say, well, yeah, okay. So he was right about that, and right now we know what needs to be done. So if there is any threat occur in the future, we're going to step in and say, right, well, we're taking charge now. Sorry, you was warned what was going to happen, you didn't listen, and you brought this upon the whole family, so no, we're taking charge. It's being done this way. Right? That's why it's going to be named Family Video Number 4. Got my state of peace in my house, haven't I? House needs to be cleaned up a bit, but that's nothing, is it? You know what I mean? Bit by bit. Same as sorting life out. Getting it run properly. So everyone's happy. And we got no one playing games with people. Creating a storm that doesn't need to be there. You know what I mean? I'm getting my mentality right, if you see what I mean. While my way of living is being challenged, while these outside threats are being made, like I said, I've already made provisions to move around that way of thinking. I'm going to be having a chat with a policeman, and why I want the air rifle. And there shouldn't be a problem, unless it's already gone. Right? Because I don't know anything about that side of life, do I? So, and I haven't asked for anything, have I? Right? So it would be given if it's there. If it's not there, then I'll get one myself. It's not a problem. I'll just put a laser sight on it for shooting rabbits and actually shooting fish as well. So it won't have stopped me from hunting or providing my own food if I'm forced to do that. Could even get an old gat gun or something, you know what I mean? Put an extra couple of washers in it to do the same job with. Just put a laser sight on it, you know? We used to have them at school. The teachers used to nick them off us. So we'd break into the headmaster's office and nick them back again. And then carry on shooting each other with them. Do you know what I mean? Like kids do. They're only gat guns, they stung a bit and that's it. Ooh, you could blind each other. Well, we're not aiming for the head, are we? We're just fucking shooting each other in the legs and the backside as we run away. Playing fucking games, do you know what I mean? Like boys do. Fuck's sake. And then you fucking invite the army into the school to fucking teach us how to kill people with guns. Huh? That doesn't make sense, does it? Oh. So even at school we was questioning those sorts of rules, do you know what I mean? There you go. No. Wasn't allowed in the army. I had a criminal conviction even at that age. You know what I mean? Now I'm disabled and unfit to work and serve. Life's a bitch, isn't it? Now they want soldiers. Funny how that works out in life, isn't it? Yeah, so we got the the new Defence Secretary in the UK today on the news things on YouTube. So I'm not reading the media at all. I'm just seeing it pop up in YouTube on the news channel section that I don't watch. I just skim through it and catch up, grab a headline here or whatever. Battery 15% again. Yeah, anyway. They're going to be training, may be training soldiers in Ukraine now. So they're actually going to be putting officially boots on the ground in Ukraine now. Right? Which makes the UK a target. And I've already been saying about the flight corridors over my fucking head, where they're funneling equipment to that area. And I ain't having it. Right? Because we are now a target. If they're going to put boots on the ground in that country, they're making the UK now a target for Russian missiles to stop the chain of supply. And that's not allowed. That's a threat to the civilian population living underneath the flight paths where they're trying to use human shields to protect their equipment on the way to the battlefield. No, we're not fucking having that. That's a war crime. Get out of our airspace. Stop your fucking evil shit above our heads. We're not fucking having it. Sack Downing Street by royal decree, because the people are starting to demand it now. And if King Charles wants to export fighting men, like he said before he was made king, then he should go as well. My personal view, that. Because they're endangering the life of the whole country, the whole population, with this stupidity, what they're doing. And it's already been lost out there. They've already been warned. You send them, we destroy them. They all die. So you're throwing people from the UK now into that meat grinder, that deaf meat grinder. No. No. We didn't say you could do that. In our names. Do you see what I'm saying now? That's not what we asked the government to do, is it? We asked the government to look after this country, not start a fucking war that threatens the life of the country. So unfortunately, they're sacked. They gotta go now. The people can demand that, and the royals can fucking sack the government, so they gotta go now. They're putting the lives of the UK people at risk after what they did with the COVID lockdowns and shit. They committed war crimes against the UK people, and now they're trying to start a fucking war and get this country bombed. No, fucking no. We've had enough of it. We see through their bullshit. Don't you all agree now? So I just put the charger lead back in. So, yeah, I've got a state of peace and love in my house. Thinking about my ancestors on a Sunday morning. You know? Watching things on the telly. Remembering what my father used to do with his lovely wife on Sunday morning. You know? Something as simple as doing a crossword together. You know? I was privileged to have that shared with me, and it's something I can share with other people about the happier times from my dad's life, as I remember him in a positive way. But I have got to take my antidepressant. Because of all the traumas I've suffered personally over the last couple of years. Going back to 2018, it's all sort of manifested in PTSD and depression. So let me just pop that up there while I finish my ciggy. You know what I'm saying? So, myself personally, I ain't doing too bad. I just have moments where I might wobble a little bit, relapse here and there, you know, and then I'm back on track again. You know? So I'm not doing too bad in life. So I'm thankful for small mercies, if you see what I mean. No, I don't show my face because I'm not that ego driven. You know? People don't have to look in my eyes, they can tell when I'm telling the truth and when I'm telling a story or having a laugh or building something up over the course of time as a laugh. Yeah, I did the exactly that because I knew I was being monitored a long time ago. You know, I purposely built up a story because my son's mother had asked or let it be known that she wanted her son back from being held against his will. So I set about trying to make that happen while he's, you know, behaving himself in there. So over the course of a year, I built up this story online and started posting links ahead of time. Yeah. While I'm doing that, and I've got my Facebook profile set as public because of a threat to my family by those at the top of the tree. So I'm deliberately getting their attention while I build the story up. Anyway, it all come to a crescendo, shall we say, on November the 5th, when they had a security nightmare in the capital around Parliament and Buckingham Palace. And there was someone spreading information about bulldozers and stuff, and groups of people coming from across the river and all that sort of stuff, while posting links of live streams on the ground during the march. So using the march and a side story attached to it, all being posted publicly to dirty the intelligence waters, knowing that I'm being monitored. Because it wasn't really about that, it was about them releasing my son from prison because his mother wanted him home, right? She wanted him home for Christmas, and I'm pretty sure at the end of that he got released from prison because it was costing them more to hold him than it was to set him free. The security operation from that night alone, they had to put a ring of attack dogs and armed police around Parliament and Buckingham Palace because they had heard rumours and intelligence that bulldozers were going to be used to go through the gates. And, you know, it cost millions, so they shut the whole fucking protest down by a certain time, cleared the capital, massive security clampdown, all because they got scared, because they were spying in on someone's private fucking thing where he was trying to free his son from prison by scaring the authorities, which was exactly what happened. So that cost a good couple of million because they were spying in on something and assuming that this was all going on. Right? It was only to make them think about how much it was costing them to hold my son against his will when he didn't want to be held captive by them. So it cost them a few million for that, didn't it? Far more than holding him against his will. So they released him. And his mother got him back. And she gave thanks for that. Might have been an unorthodox way of going about it, but I made her wish reality. She got her son back safely. His behaviour while he was in there, yeah, fair play to him. But yeah, he was totally unaware of what was going on the outside in the bigger picture of things, wasn't he, when he thought he weren't getting no recognition and no support or nothing. Do you see what I'm saying now? So, this is why I do what I do on a Sunday. I turn my back on their belief structure because, you know, I learnt that in my crass re-education after I left school, where I was taught by anarchists that school, army, church, corporation deal is what Parliament and the Royals are all about. And I've already stated today that they brought the army into the school to try and recruit us as children before we'd even become adults, right? Try to control us by teaching us hymns and the state religion, then try to force us through our ignorance into the army to be killed by idiots like I've discussed today, who is trying to start wars in Ukraine and get people of this country killed. So, how do we stop all this? Well, first you've got to break the chains of slavery, haven't you? So by me being persecuted by them and held against my will by their judicial system, I turn my back on that belief and that power structure and then reverse the curse back on them, the legal word spell curse. And the leader died. Oh dear, I thank the Creator for that. I think that testifies enough, don't you? So they punished me and I made the conscious decision to turn my back on their state religion completely, because it was being used as a control tool, not to give thanks to the Creator. So I turned my back on it all, and their pomp and their pageantry and their fucking nonsense, and judging me for standing up to someone who tried to kill me. You know, fuck them and their bullshit, trying to lead me astray, trying to stop me surviving in life, which was what the Creator put me here to do. Fuck them. Their time's coming as well. You know? So they can't be threatening my family no more. They can't be doing this. They can't be doing that. Because I've already proved what's going on. I've exposed their weakness. Right? I'm disabled, I'm at home. What are they going to do about it? I'm disabled. I'm not fighting for them. I'm not working, paying in taxes anymore, am I? The Creator freed me from my slavery for a reason, didn't he? See why I find the small blessings in life so ironic now. It really pisses them off. They tried to break me and it did the exact opposite, because they wasn't the ones actually in control, was they? And it wasn't their decree or whatever that was going to make a difference in my life, was it? Today I wake up to the news of, you know, West Coast US having problems with the weather. New York flooding. So got a kick in the backside and a punch bloody nose as well then. Oh, is that the Creator saying, well actually I control the weather, not you fucking idiots, look what you're doing. This is what I'm showing you. That would be my guess of what we're actually seeing going on now. But what do I know? I'm just a human. It's all about concepts and perceptions, isn't it? And you have to be careful how you're saying things with the online safety bill, because, you know, one person's, you know, truth might be another person's fucking worst nightmare on this planet coming true. And that would could be construed as a threat to their survival, couldn't it? So it would make them panic, so they would have to shut these people up that are talking like that. When really they're just saying what they're seeing in life as the truth, their truth. You know? So, you know, that's me talking about what I've picked up from the media today and how I've just completely ignored it all and focused on what I'm wanting to do on a Sunday morning, which is honour my Creator, honour my ancestors, live in peace with my pack of animals which are all happy and healthy here. So my provisions were increased after the suffering that I went through. Instead of having one dog that I was looking after, now I have 4 dogs here. The same as I have 4 children that I'm looking after as well, 4 sons. And my son, with his misguidedness at the moment, is getting all jealous. Right. Thinking that the dogs get treated better than he does, while he's whining about beers, right? Because it's only about the beers, not the dogs. It's about the beers and the me. Yeah. So I have to point it out to him. Yeah. Well, it's not all about you, is it? Same as it's not all about the next door neighbour. You see what I'm saying now, son? I've got 4 sons. Last time it was all about you, I lost a son who assumed that he was getting pushed to one side like a piece of shit because of the fucking nightmares you was creating in your life, that I was having to focus on your life and helping you sort that out. So this time round, we're not doing it that way. We're going to make all the problems stop and get everything put back right. And I'm going to have my peace like I have with my 4 dogs. I'm going to have that same peace with my 4 sons. We're not going to have one fucking about trying to get rid of one just because he wants the attention to himself. I've got that coming from another son with that son now. So enough with the stupidness. Same old trick, isn't it? Divide and rule. Now you know why I changed my way of thinking, and they didn't. Because they're only living their lives because of what they was taught by them at school. Get it now? So some have been told you got to have injections to stay alive. Right. The one that believed that, the camera's pointed at, and he's no longer here, sadly. The other children that fell for the same thing, been having problems in their family, medically, yeah? But they're of a selfish way of thinking, and they're only thinking about themselves. You see how it's playing out and repeating? So I'm not losing none of my sons, and I'm not losing none of my daughters, so I advise them correctly. I've been watching my family getting targeted, and they're trying to use the same scare tactics on me they used on my father now. So they're still trying to use the same playbook, thinking I'm just going to believe it and worry myself ill, when exactly the opposite is happening now. So that charge has been on for a little while, so I've unplugged it. 53 minutes, right. Yeah, so that should cover everything for a Sunday morning, shouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm having a ciggy, waking up, with me second coffee, with my first load of washing on. Got no idea if it's going to be rainy or what not today, because I haven't had a look at the weather satellite yet. I might get lucky for a couple of hours just to help out. Get them other clothes back on the washing line. Ones that were sitting on the bed there. Just give them an air off. Want to get some carpet freshener on that carpet in the front room, and I've got to re-wash a bit of it where one of the dogs weed on the carpet yesterday when I put them in there when my friend came round to watch the football. So I had a bit of company yesterday while I was watching the Spurs match. So all good. Glad to hear he's doing all right. Looking well, putting on weight, working hard. Good lad. Good man. He met all the dogs. He goes, God, mate. He said, I don't know how you handle them lot. I said, well, they're, you know, 2 dogs, 2 females. They amuse themselves mainly. It's only a case of feeding them and making sure they're well and cleaning up when they have an accident without getting stressed out, innit? But now I've got to find them a purpose. So, hence the fishing and the get myself an air rifle and teach them to hunt and give them a purpose in life, and then they won't be squabbling and being stupid all the time, will they? They'll have a purpose and they'll be trained for that. That's what you do when you live out in the country, isn't it? You don't have a pack of dogs and not do nothing with them and have them roaming around your garden, getting bored and getting out of control, do you? You've got to have a purpose for them. So, driving licence, get myself a van, get some sea fishing rods so they can run up and down the beach. Get an air rifle, go out in the country, shoot some pheasants, some rabbits, you know. I don't really want to be sitting on a fucking mobility scooter, to be quite honest with you, freezing my bollocks off through the winter with lung issues. So, you know what I mean? Might as well get a van and do it that way. Saves being housebound, doesn't it? If I'm going to be sitting or laying down, I might as well be laying down in my fucking van with a couple of fishing rods out the back of it. You know what I mean? The fuck? Don't want to be sitting there watching telly all the time, do I? Wasting my fucking life away. Might as well be out living life. I can sit in a chair and have a couple of fishing rods, can't I? Or if I'm up for having a walk, I can take my hiking cane, and if I spot any fish in the thingy, or if I spot any rabbits, I can use that, or I can use the air rifle. You know, all goes in the freezer, doesn't it? If I was living in a different country where there was other opportunities for hunting, I'd be doing exactly the same. Do you know what I mean? That's survival. You ain't got no shops for miles and miles and miles because something's gone wrong with society or something. What are you going to do? You're going to just lay down and die, or are you going to fucking survive? And if something does go wrong with society and there ain't no vans, you got to get about, haven't you? So, well, go-kart frame and 4 dogs as a power source. Yeah. That's a trek to wherever I've got to get supplies, isn't it? So I'm still going to be able to get about. You know, you got the idiots in London doing whatever they're doing with the troops and blah de blah de blah and the politics. And, you know, I'm quietly going about changing my surroundings, aren't I? And my plane of existence, getting ready for what's going to happen. So I'm going to be protected and I can hunt and catch food, and ultimately I can go and get food from wherever the fuck I want to go and get it from, raid depots and stuff like that, if I've got to survive, and make caches all over the place from reading military training manuals. You know what I mean? So I can easily switch into survival mode, no problem, and provide for my family and train my sons how to help me to do that. So we'll be alright. You know, you've got to be able to defend yourself against, you know, little group gang lords or whatever that'll be popping up all over the place trying to take food from the weaker people and things like that. So you've got to be aware of all that, and you've got to be able to protect your family, haven't you? So, yeah. Making provisions is the way to do things. If it came to a full-on EMP attack, then it'd be the weaker ones will get rounded up by those that assume and can make people comply to whatever they want them to do. Those people, unfortunately, would just be slave labour to whoever is, you know, wanting to remain in charge. You know? It'll be like medieval times, won't it? Just with high rise buildings and things like that. So gang culture basically would rule the streets, wouldn't it? Without power, the system's fucked. It's got no CCTV cameras, no nothing. The system's fucked. It would wipe the internet out, so you wouldn't have no communications. Do you know what I mean? Oh, my battery power's 15% again, so I'm cool. I'm out of record time now anyway, it's gone over the hour mark. So, I'd advise people to make provisions to look after the security of their family, just to counter whatever the government's trying to play fucking games with our lives with at the moment. I wouldn't worry though. Have a bit of faith and everything will work out okay. Have a lovely Sunday, people.